I was struck by something that we heard at Reuters, which is there is no silver bullet, and I'm certainly not taking a silver bullet home, but I'm taking a lot of little bullets home with me. So a couple of things that I was really struck by. I was blown away by what The Guardian is doing with mobile. Their quote in the newsroom that if it doesn't work on mobile, it doesn't work in our newsroom. And just some of the really cool things they're doing on mobile. I was interested in their Twitter tail, and we think of mobile as being so short, but to think that they had high engagement on a 5,500 word story on mobile, I really wanted to delve a little more deeply into how they were doing that. I was interested in the Telegraph's travel verticals and also their magazines, and then I was really interested in the Times of London, what they were doing on their digital replica, the fact that they had grown users by 10% and the dwell time, as they call it, or the time spent on the replica, at 40 minutes. Ours is about 19 to 20, so if we were able to tap into some of what they're doing and double ours, I think that would be amazing. So I'd really like to learn more about that. So as I was saying earlier, I was really amazed, relieved, inspired that we're all facing the same issues. You think of all the papers in London and you just think, gosh, they've got to be on such solid footing, but we're actually all facing a lot of the same issues. And I found that, I was relieved to hear that. I was also very inspired to think of all of the smart people who are working on trying to figure this out. And there's a real sense of optimism. I was struck by something that the editor of the Telegraph said, and it's something we've all said in one form or another, that there really is no better time than now to be a journalist. I think because of this innovative spirit that is alive and well, and all of the folks who are trying to figure out how to sustain journalism as we know it, and I think we're going to figure it out. A couple things I liked about it. I really liked the small, intimate setting. The fact I think there may have been 20 to 30 people on this tour. The fact that we were actually able to go into their newsrooms. There's nothing more energizing than going into a newsroom. You learn that all newsrooms are the same. They all have high stacks of paper and their cups of coffee out and snacks. But I think actually being able to go and visit people in their own environment, it's not as stilted as it might be if someone's standing on stage. It's not a PowerPoint. It really is more of a conversation, and that's what I really enjoyed. I think there was a lot of time for Q&A and even being able to go up and ask some questions in a smaller setting after the larger group broke up. I think you can't always get that at a conference.